with a special guest. But I want to start off and just, kind of tell you where I'm coming from with this guest. At the Brain Performance Center, when people come in for, whether it's ADD, ADHD, anxiety, depression, their brain's dysregulated. And one of the first things I ask them about is their diet, its nutrition. How do you eat? And if I get the answer, well, I eat really well. What'd you have for breakfast? Oh, I had a breakfast taco at, McDonald's or Whataburgers or Burger King. I don't want to leave any of those good breakfast tacos out. But, I'm thinking, maybe that's not the best way to start your day. Diet and sleep is so important for brain health. So today I have an expert on nutrition with me, Meridan from the Cooper Clinic, and she's been there 19 years. That's a long time. And she's going to give us some good advice. We have the holidays coming up, whether it's pumpkin pie or cookie bakes or, just a lot of stress, not having time to sit down and eat the right thing, to eat a good meal. We're eating on the go. We're maybe not making some good choices. And maybe you can help us, kind of give us some good ideas on how we can get through the next couple of months and stay healthy.
Well, I think what's so wonderful about the timing of your show today is that we are preemptive. It's ahead of the holidays because we really want to have a plan heading into like the Thanksgivings and the other holidays over the course of the next couple of months. And having a strategy that's tailored to you as a unique individual, we feel is really important. So Cooper Clinic really believes that no one size fits all. So we can take some of these ideas of, hey, yes, make sure you drink more water and whatnot, but I really want to make sure we tailor it to the individual because everybody's stressors are different. I'm always hopeful, as you said, that people are mindful of their sleep. It's huge. Even if we're eating better, if folks are only getting 5 and 6 hours of sleep, we're going to have some health challenges. They're not going to be as clear and as innovative and as energetic as they really could be. And not only that, but when folks are fatigued and are sleep deprived, they do make poor health choices especially around food. Literally, poor sleep increases ghrelin, the hunger hormone, to the tune of about 25%. Wow. So we're going to be eating more and not even realize it. And that's just the chemistry, the brain chemistry piece of, hey, these things are really synergistic. They're really intertwined. So we want the sleep, right? We want this really supportive, healthful food plan. And so, where do we begin? I mentioned water. I would love it if everybody was drinking that much more water. A hydrated body is obviously a healthier body. We may eat less. So the question is, okay, you're a woman. How much would you need? In general, National Institutes of Health says, hey, about 11 cups of fluid a day. But if you eat certain fruits and vegetables that are higher in water content, then maybe it's more like 11. Even then,
so I've heard it's half your body weight.
That is a great place to start, and I think that's really practical, so I'm glad you're sharing that. That's a great place to start, and for most people, as we mentioned, the tailoring of it, you're a more petite female, so you may not even need those 11 cups, so that is a great place to start.
But when you say hydration, I can't tell you how many people, when I ask them, because I keep water in my office, so do you drink water? I drink coffee all day. Coffee's dehydrating.
Right.
It's not hydrating. Coffee's made with water. It's not, it doesn't count. So for hydration in your world, is water the only thing that counts?
So officially, the water is first and foremost. It's the best absorbed. It's clearly what your body is designed to have. We can get credit for like maybe a decaf coffee. Okay. I certainly
I can be a little nicer
yeah.
then if
well,
it's decaf.
I want the priorities to be water, but then certainly like some people enjoy like the bubbly water. Some people might like a light hint of a flavored water, an essence. Those they may drink more that way, but I advocate for like a green tea. Yes, there's a little bit of caffeine in it, but it's not enough to be a diuretic, meaning it's not enough to really eliminate a lot of fluids in your body. So they can get some water credit from that, and the green tea leaves are going to have other really healthful properties. What I like about the green tea and the water as well, and I don't know if this will make sense, but especially around the holiday time, this is mouth busy, right? A lot of times people, when they're stressed and they've got house guests, and they just want to do a mouth busy thing. And so, sipping a warm cup of green tea or decaf coffee may really help them eat less or kind of meet that need. That's why people eat baby carrots, or they want to chew, sugarless gum, something like that, where they can get a little bit of that, just literal
nervous energy.
That nervous energy out, and make it to the other side, make it into the new year, and not have put on 5 to 10 pounds through the holidays. So that's one sort of trick or tip, is think about, hey, what are my best mouth busy solutions? I like blueberries. I like to do frozen blueberries even around the holiday time because they take longer to eat. Getting amazing vitamin C, which helps your immune system. Taking the time to peel the clementine. Mouth busy, but man, we're getting such great nutrition out of that. I think that those strategies might work for most people.
Well, what do you find is the biggest resistance for people to really stop? And because what I hear in my business, well, you don't understand. I don't have time. I'm on the go. What is the biggest resistance that you hear?
I would have to echo that. I think people are really busy. I feel that they might say it's daunting to have to, make all of these special plans. I never expect people to do a 180 or to completely overhaul their lives. We're really trying to meet them where they are and say, okay, look, if we buy the 1 ounce bag of nuts that's just ready to go, that's already portion appropriate. Studies out of Cornell University that looked at mindless eating really show, hey, you know what? This can be a saving grace. If you're ready for it, this is part of the plan, but it's also portion appropriate for you, where you're not going to eat handfuls. And this is what you have in your car, or in your briefcase, or in your purse. Now we're prepared. Now we've got a calorie-managed, healthful option, where if you don't have this, you are driving through the Whataburger because you're legitimately hungry.
You're starving. That brain is saying, feed me. That brain only weighs 3 pounds, but it uses 60 to 80% of that glucose, and feed me, I need it.
And I'm speaking to preaching to the choir, but as you know, the brain is always on. It's always on, so it always needs fuel, and it really is about, hey, premium fuel. You want the energy, you want the clarity, you want the alertness and focus. Well, we want to fuel the brain, which in turn runs the body. That alertness and focus really can be stimulated through the dopamine pathway of the brain, right? And that, in my world anyway, can be supported with healthy protein.
Very much.
Right. So I like to say, hey, we had the nuts, right? There's that 1 ounce portion. It's kind of small.
You are making such an important point right here. And it's all about portion control. And we're going to hear more about that on another show. But portion control, because, you look at that and you think, wow. I mean, that's like, boom.
And done.
One handful.
And done. Well, and speaking of your hand, give me your hand again. Portion control. That's 3 ounces of a chicken breast. And so that's going to be...
And that's all I need.
For you as a petite female, yes. My guys might be able to go to first knuckle, kind of depends on goal, but that's in the 22 to 25 gram of protein range. That's about all you can synthesize or use at any one time. So you could eat a chicken breast this big, but you wouldn't get credit for it. So I would want something like this infused throughout the day to support energy, to support, brain and glucose. But hey, we get the dopamine pathway of the brain. You can get that done through Greek yogurts. You can get that done through fish. You can get that done through, hey, we can get a healthier protein shake. They do exist out there.
So what do you think about, and this was years ago, there was a book out, and I actually read it, about eating for your blood type. And that's something that somebody asked me about the other day, and I'm like, wow, that's an old book. But do you at Cooper Clinic, do you guys look at that? Do you consider the holistic effect of the nutrition?
So I would say that the Cooper Clinic philosophy as a preventive medicine facility does look at traditional medicine and then weaves in the support that comes from complementary therapies. So believe it or not, exercise is considered a complementary therapy, but we know that that's huge for health and managing stress hormones and whatnot. So do we look at blood type? When we're making decisions about diet, we're looking at any information that's available to us. So we do look at blood values. More and more, the idea of nutrigenomics, which is the study of, hey, your unique DNA might be more sensitive to this or more sensitive to that. That is still a really new field that's getting some more and more credibility around it. Right now, that's not a test that we offer, but it's certainly out there and can be interesting information. Right now, I think they've studied 55 to 65 legit genes. The University of Toronto is doing a lot of work around that. So I'm really excited about that, where we can layer in one more level of personalization to say, hey, we're going to look at your likes and dislikes, but we're also going to take into account where you're coming from and what your unique insides are going to thrive on.
Well, it sounds like we both take the same approach, and it's individualized and it's customized because no, there's not two brains out there, and I work with twins and brothers and sisters and there's no two brains out there that are the same.
Right.
And it doesn't sound like there are two people out there that have the same nutritional needs.
I would agree.
Everybody is different. So if people have questions that they would like to talk with you about, for instance, at the Brain Performance Center, I offer free consultations for anybody that's interested, a 30-minute complimentary consultation. Do you offer something like that, or can they email you?
Oh, absolutely. And they can reach us at cooperaerobics.com.
Okay.
And under there, you'll find our institute, which is a not-for-profit research arm. You'll find the clinic, and that's where I'm located. We've got a fitness center. You can get a lot of information with just even a quick phone call, so we can get a feel for, hey, who are you and what are your needs right now? And we have lots and lots of different programs. We have one that's specific to females called Female Focus. But you can get a lot of that information there, and even just start with a phone call to just see, hey, what would we have to offer, and could it be a good fit for you?
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for being on the show today and all that you have to offer. I know Cooper Clinic's there, but I don't. When you named everything, I'm like, wow, I didn't
Quite the
realize.
little campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Be well.
Thank you.